Incredibly special for the end of the show. I need everybody's attention for this. Excuse me. I need everybody's attention for this. It's a very dramatic way to end the show. On Friday night here in Long Beach, one of our staff members got a phone call, Hans Schneider, that a person was dying of a heroin overdose. He was called into order, acted quickly, and saved a young man's life. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up Hans Schneider to talk about his heroic efforts on Friday night. Hans, in your own words, tell the story.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it was definitely a crazy experience. I was at home, and one of my neighbors, I knew he had a history with drugs and like opiates and heroin and stuff. And I didn't really know him too well, but one day, on Friday, I was taking a shower, and then my girlfriend called my name and said, hey, you know, there's something wrong. This dude's dad's outside in the courtyard of our apartment complex calling his name, like yelling his name out. And then I tried to get changed as fast as I could. I asked the dad what was wrong, and he's like, I think my son is overdosed up in the apartment. So I buzzed him in. He went up to the apartment. Next thing you know, I'm like finishing, because I was in my boxers, and then I was finishing getting changed, and then I heard the dad saying, wake up, wake up. So as soon as I heard those sounds, I knew he overdosed. And I've had experiences with friends back in California who went down that road, so I kind of knew like what to do in situations like that. So I immediately ran to the balcony, jumped over like 3 or 4 balconies to get to his apartment. And when I got there, you know, the dad was like, he had tears in his eyes. He was smacking his son, you know, telling him to wake up. And just that in itself was like heartbreaking, you know, just, you know, having like the guy's father there, not knowing, and I don't even know if his kid's dead or not. I don't know how long he was laying on that bed for. So he wasn't responding or anything. I told the dad to turn on some cold water. So he turned on cold water. I picked him up. I was kind of dragging him halfway, and then the dad came back, helped me carrying him into the bathtub. We put him in the bathtub. The cold water hit him, and then he kind of like moved a little bit from like the shock of the cold water. And I was smacking him, and then he slowly started to open his eyes. So when that happened, I knew, you know, he was going to be all right. Hopefully no brain damage or anything, which didn't end up happening. So I followed up, and he ended up being okay. But the paramedics came, the police came, they gave him like a shot of like Narcan or whatever the adrenaline shot is. And, but it was just, I mean, it's just a learning experience for, you know, even like the youngsters and the kids here in New York or anywhere. You know, I mean, drugs is no joke, especially when you're dealing with painkillers. You know, it's just a snowball effect. It gets from one thing, starting from weed to painkillers. Next thing you know, you're doing heroin, you're doing the heavy things. So you just need to watch out, and you're not invincible. Anything can happen. You know, people die all the time, especially here in New York from heroin. So that kid could have been dead. You know, like if I didn't respond, or if the dad didn't come there at that time, he probably would have been dead within like 10 minutes. So it's just, you know, it's just don't do drugs, pretty much. Say no to drugs.
Absolutely.
I can't tell you, in 30 years of broadcasting, I am so proud of this young man. I mean, he saved a life right here in Long Beach on Friday night. You know, there's one other show that I did, the 2 most dramatic episodes I ever did. The other one was when there was a fire in Long Beach, and 3 heroic firefighters in Long Beach rescued a woman and a young boy that had autism that couldn't speak, and they saved them. These 2 segments are the most dramatic telling segments, and I want you to come with me Tuesday at the Long Beach City Council meeting, and I'm going to strongly recommend that you get a proclamation for your heroism.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hans Schneider. I'm so proud. All right, and on that note, we have to end the show. I want to give it up for thank you to Maggie and Carmen. Thanks to Ann DeMaro. Thanks to all the people that came. It was a great show. And next week, we're going to be at the Malone's at 36 Kent. Woo! So we're going to continue the message. Thanks to everybody that came. This was an unbelievable show. And my man Rocco will get it up on Facebook and YouTube tonight, because Rocco's the best. Everyone have a great time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Howie.
And my messages, through help from people like Craig, Sandy claims success. Don't ever give up. Never give up. There's always better day a come. So no matter how bad things are, trust in your heart that things will get better. Thanks to everyone. And on that note, I gotta end the show, and I'm gonna end the show with this. My name is Halftime. I want to thank you for your time. Please join us next Sunday for the edition of Halftime. But at this time, we are out of time. See you next Sunday!